What's going on, guys? King Raven here, coming at you with another video today. So today I've got an awesome overview of a really cool knife, but before we get into it, y'all remember to give me a like, leave a comment in the description of this video, and all my videos are my links. Those links are the best way to help support me here at the channel, and I greatly appreciate it when you use those links. Plus, there's a lot of discount codes with those links as well. There's also a link to my Patreon and to my Instagram. At the end of the video, there'll be a little subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and check out the other video I'll have linked. Now let's flip this camera around and get into today's overview of one really cool knife. Really excited to show you this knife today. This is a White Mountain Knives branded knife. If you follow the channel, you know I'm a huge supporter of White Mountain Knives. They've been supporting the channel for a long time. Justin over there is a great guy. You can use code ShieldArms to save 10% and free shipping at White Mountain Knives on most of their knives, including this knife right here. So this is the White Mountain Knives branded Sailfin, and they have teamed up with the designer Patty Knives to help design the Sailfin and brought it to you under the White Mountain Knives branded name. And this is OEM'd by CJRB Knives, which is one of my favorite OEM manufacturers. I love CJRB and KB Knives. So let's check out the Sailfin. So he has two different versions of the Sailfin. This one is the dark gray version, and CJRB does a great job with their dark gray finish on their knives. And if you can tell, this has like a wave micro milling in that handle. So really cool, great feel in hand. It's gives you a little bit of texture, but it's not like shredding texture or anything. Just as a nice micro milling on there. All right, titanium handles. You have a milled titanium pocket clip, which has the milling on it as well. And it is reversible with a nice filler tab right here. You have a titanium backspacer with, if you're going to have a lanyard, I always say I love to see it more in the backspacer than a hole through the handle. So this is awesome. So you got a almost like the pig snout style lanyard loop. You've got a frame lock. I do wish the relief cup was on the inside, so it would be more clean with that micro milling. But still a nice frame lock with a lock bar insert. You have a deployment hole and a thumb stud. So let's check out this blade. A awesome sort of drop point. Some people might even call it a spear point. So it's like combination drop point, spear point. Blade of Elmax steel. This version has satin flats with a stone washed hollow ground blade. The other version is the lighter titanium with all satin blade, if I'm not mistaken. I will have it linked down below at White Mountain Knives. Don't forget about the discount code, but I requested this version. I just love that dark and the stone washed with the satin two-tone, satin flat, stone washed grind. Nice, thin, hollow grind on that blade. CJRB does a great job at their hollow grinds, and Elmax steel is a fantastic steel. You can see Elmax right there. And then the only thing that is on the blade itself is the White Mountain Knives logo right there. And they tucked it way in the corner. So it's a very clean blade, and I really love that a lot. I have true medium glove size hands. So I get 4 full fingers with plenty of handle left over. And then you've got this area right here that you can choke up into and get right behind that edge. So your large hands should not have a problem at all. Nice, good jimping going along the top. and then it goes and just drops down and just gets thinner, but still it's got a nice, you know, it's not too dainty of a tip, but it comes down to a good acute tip that you could really use easily. So this is going to be great for puncturing and doing your cuts. You can easily, this pinch grip is fantastic. You can easily use that tip. Pierce, draw cuts, any of your finesse cuts. You can use this belly to do any of your push cuts. And then you've got your nice power cuts. Very versatile blade shape. I like it a lot. Good pass through to that lock bar. No issues at all. Riding on ceramic ball bearings. Now, it's Kubi, so if you want to put skiffs, it's going to be the 5mm 1/16 size skiff bearings. Okay? And it's got the deployment hole for the reverse flick. Works great, nice and smooth. And this is just going to break in smoother. Right now, it's dropped about halfway and then a good shake, and it'll go all the way, but that's going to drop in. And I usually, on my personal, this is my personal knife, tend to have my pivots just a tad bit tighter and let the bearings wear in a nice track, and they just get super smooth as they break in. So this is new. I've only had it just a little bit. This just came out. He just showed the drop and everything a couple of days ago. So fantastic knife, great action, great ergonomics with a blade. Man, I've just really enjoyed that combination thumb stud and deployment hole. It just hits all the deployment factors for me, because if you want a reverse flick, you've got that and it's money, and then you've got the thumb stud for the thumb flick. Let's do some size comparisons. Okay, so what I brought out in my collection is some of my thumb stud deployment hole combo knives. This is the Kubi Knives Blackout. Another fantastic knife. You can see the Sailfin and the Blackout are basically the same overall length. Same manufacturer, Kubi on this. Now this is the Bridgeport Knife Company 395 LL. And it has the thumb studs and the deployment hole, and I went with the carbon fiber scales on this. Fantastic knife. You can see this is just a little bit smaller, not much, but a little bit smaller in blade and a little bit smaller in handle than the Sailfin. And then let's do one more. This is probably my favorite in my collection so far of the thumb stud deployment hole, also manufactured by Kubi. This is the Devo Knives Tall Boy, and it's got, this is the Black Pearl edition, but I've got the Zerkatai kit on it. So Zerk pivot collars, back spacer, and pocket clip, as well as the zirconium thumb studs. And this has more of a Warncliffe style blade. And you can see the Tall Boy is longer than the Sailfin. I am super excited. We're going to be getting the Small Boy coming out here real soon. So stay tuned to the channel for that, because I think the Small Boy is going to be the perfect size, and that's going to be fantastic. This is about, this is not larger than what I carry. I carry this knife all the time, but I don't prefer to carry knives much larger than this, only a very few. So this is approaching what I would like to be as the largest of my EDC style knives. So the Sailfin is a perfect size, and the small boys should be right there or just more right along this size right here, which is going to be awesome. So the Sailfin, great ergonomics, great in hand. The construction quality is fantastic. We know that from Kubi. Elmax with the heat treat, Kubi's heat treat, they nail heat treats. So this is a fantastic knife. I can highly recommend the Sailfin. I will have it linked in the description. And don't forget, use code ShieldArms. Save you 10%. Tell them that ShieldArms sent you over there. Justin is a great dude. He's been a big supporter of the channel. So y'all go grab you one of these Sailfins. You will not regret it. I think you are getting a fantastic design knife with great ergonomics and a very, very nice blade for EDC. Let's flip this camera around and wrap up today's video of the White Mountain Knives Sailfin. So what do you think about the White Mountain Knives Sailfin? Man, this is just a fantastic knife. They did a great job designing it and everything. Patty's Knives and Justin over at White Mountain Knives and Kubi killed it on the execution. Dual deployment methods, and you're just so good in hand. And that Elmax blade is such a great shape for EDC. I can highly recommend this. So y'all check out the link in the description and use the discount code ShieldArms over at White Mountain Knives for the Sailfin, as well as just about any other knife at White Mountain Knives. So you let them know that ShieldArms sent you over there. Get you 10% off and free shipping. Plus, Justin is a great dude, and he's a big supporter of the channel as well. Y'all give me a like. Leave your comments. In the description of this video and all my videos are my links. Those links are the best way to help support me here at the channel, and I greatly appreciate it when you use them. There's a lot of discount codes with those links, just like the one at White Mountain Knives. There's also a link to my Patreon and to my Instagram. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Check out this video. I think you might like it. Y'all be safe out there. I'm King Raven, and I'll catch you in the next video.